Plan your trip with our best suggested top 15 attractions in New York. 15. St. Patrick's Cathedral. St. Patrick's Cathedral is one of New York's finest examples of Gothic revival, with its massive bronze doors, white marble facade, 330-foot spires, the great organ, rose window, bronze baldachin, 2,400 seating capacity, and the statue of Pieta at the site of the Lady Chapel. With millions of visitors annually, the cathedral is a major destination for believers and tourists alike. Wall Street. Stretching for 8 city blocks from Broadway to South Street is the world-famous Wall Street. This street and the surrounding area are home to some of the most important exchanges in the world, including the New York Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq, and the New York Mercantile Exchange. Also located nearby are the impressive Trinity Church and Federal Hall. New York Public Library. The New York Public Library's main branch was designed by architects Carrere and Hastings in the Beaux-Arts style. The library, with its impressive rooms, is a prominent city attraction that has been featured in many movies and TV shows over the years. An enormous library, the main reading room alone stretches 2 city blocks, and the periodicals room holds 10,000 current magazines. Grand Central Terminal. Grand Central Terminal, often called Grand Central Station, is a fantastic Beaux-Arts building, and it's definitely worth popping in to take a look at this famous landmark. Inside, you can't miss the grand staircase, where you can stop to gaze out over the concourse. The beautifully restored ceiling here shows a celestial scene. Fifth Avenue. One of the most famous shopping streets in America, Fifth Avenue in New York's premier shopping area, where many top designers have their flagship stores. Even non-shoppers can enjoy a walk along Fifth Avenue. The best area runs from approximately the south end of Central Park to the New York Public Library, or more specifically, between 60th Street and 40th Street. Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge, with its Gothic-shaped arches and suspension cables, is one of the city's most recognizable landmarks and has inspired generations of poets, songwriters, and painters. This historic bridge, spanning the East River from Manhattan to Brooklyn, was completed in 1883 and was the world's first steel suspension bridge. Niagara Falls. The tumbling, frothy falls, more than 3,100 tons of water flows over the edge every second, are the star attraction in this New York destination that borders Canada. The best way to see Niagara Falls is on a Maid of the Mist boat tour, which takes poncho-clad visitors on a steamboat to the base of the falls. Once you see the falls, check out the area's other attractions, such as Niagara Falls State Park, Niagara Park's Botanical Gardens and Butterfly Conservatory, or the nearby casinos. Times Square. Lined with huge, brilliantly lit billboards and screens, Times Square is the place to go in New York in the evening, but still exciting at any time of day. This is the location of New York's New Year's Eve celebrations and the famous ball drop at midnight when the square and surrounding streets are filled with people. Times Square is busy and perpetually crowded but has its own unique appeal. The Catskills. Considered America's first wilderness because of their role in starting the American conservation movement, southeastern New York's Catskill Mountains beckon to outdoor enthusiasts. In winter, the Catskills offer ample opportunities to ski and snowboard. Meanwhile, summer is perfect for hunting, hiking, boating, and ziplining, among other activities. After a busy day outdoors, you can satisfy your appetite or quench your thirst at one of the area's restaurants or breweries. High Line. An exciting and recently expanded attraction in New York City. The High Line is a former rail line that has been transformed into an urban walking trail above the city streets. This unique linear public park has been planted with a variety of plants and trees, many of which are native species. In spring, many of these come into bloom. The park is lined with glass railings in most areas, giving it a natural feel, while still offering outstanding views of the city. Five, 9/11 Memorial and Museum. The World Trade Center's twin 110-story towers once dominated the Manhattan skyline, but were destroyed by suicide-piloted jetliners on September 11, 2001, with a tragic loss of life. Where the two towers of the World Trade Center once stood, now stand two square reflecting pools, each 1 acre in size, known as the National September 11th Memorial. Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is one of New York's most famous landmark buildings and key tourist attractions. The 381-meter-tall, the 102-story building was the tallest in the world until the One World Trade Center tower rose higher 41 years later. Reached by high-speed, automatic elevators, it is both the glass-enclosed area, which is heated in winter and cooled in summer, and spacious outdoor promenades on all four sides of the building. Views are incredible. Broadway and the Theater District. Attending a Broadway show is one of the top things to do in New York City. Considered the pinnacle of American theater, this is the place to see the latest shows and the long-running classics. Broadway usually refers simply to Broadway theater, which encompasses a large number of theater venues in the Theater District and along the street of Broadway. For the most popular shows, tickets should be purchased well in advance. Central Park. A walk, pedal, or carriage ride through the crisscrossing pathways of Central Park is a must-do on anyone's New York City itinerary. In winter, you can even lace up your skates and glide across Woolman Rink. This huge park in the city center, a half-mile wide and 2.5 miles long, are one of the things that make New York such a beautiful and livable city. Besides being a great place to experience a little nature, Central Park has many attractions within its borders, and most of them are free, making it one of the few cheap things to do in New York City. Statue of Liberty. America's most iconic site, the Statue of Liberty is at the top of every first-time visitor's list of things to do in New York. It was France's gift to America. It is one of the world's largest statues, standing just under 152 feet tall from the base to the torch, and weighing approximately 450,000 pounds. You can see the statue from land, with particularly good views from Battery Park, on the southern tip of Manhattan. Thanks for watching the video. Kindly subscribe to our channel.